Welcome to the show tonight, which is the call-in show for the Penrith World Trial 2013. With the event only a matter of days away, we thought it'd be a great idea to get race officials John Kerwin and Graham Jarvis into the show and get people from the public to call in and voice their opinion on questions such as why the no-stop rule's affecting the trial, and other things such as, is it going to be a great spectator sport? Are we going to be able to get round at Nordview and see all of the sections? So first of all, we've got Sandy Mack, who is the Vice Chairman of the Scottish ACU. We're going to bring him in now and see what questions he's got for us.
Okay. Hi Graham, how have you found laying sections this year for the new non-stop rule?
Yeah, right, Sandy.
Do you think it's made it more difficult or slightly easier for you planning the sections?
It's not been too difficult really. We've had to widen a few turns really, so they got runs into the steps, but I spoke to Terry Michaud and he's like the main man in the FIM now, isn't he? So he said keep the big steps in, even for like the junior routes and that. He said keep the big steps in, so still got spectacular sections, and we've just put a few smaller rocks on the other parts of the section as well, just to make them think a bit, and it should catch them out as well.
Ah, good. Do you get, what sort of help do you get for the FIM? Is there an inspector comes to look at the sections to make sure that they're up to the standard, or do they just take your word for it? You're the next world rider. It's
always difficult because Johnny Pasquette comes round and he has the final say on the sections, and he does tend to always change some of the sections to make them like easier or harder. You're supposed to have like a third of the sections easy, a third medium and a third hard, so but it's just his opinion really. It's a difficult thing to get right.
Aye. Do you think it'll be a high scoring event or a low scoring, even after the sections are set?
It's going to be difficult this year because I don't know how the observing's working really, how they're marking them, but I've watched a few videos and I think they're quite lenient with most of the riders, so it's always difficult, and the weather as well, it's unpredictable, so I'd like a high scoring event.
Aye, no, just to keep the marks of it. Just seems that I think if you set it if the harder you set it, the more Tony Bow comes to the front, doesn't he? But have you changed? Is there much of a difference in the sections between the juniors and the seniors? Their sections.
The juniors, I've still got some nice big steps in for them as well. Some of them are real tough sections, so they're going to be good to watch, I reckon, as well. Yeah, so we've got Bradley Cox in the youth class. Yeah, he should have a chance of winning. He was on the podium, wasn't he, last year?
Yeah. So, he seemed to rise with the crowd, didn't he?
Fingers crossed for a winner for him, I reckon.
Hopefully Mr. Dabill will be able to pull it out again and no break the team rules this time.
Yeah, if the crowd get behind Dibsy, give him a boost, won't it?
Aye, no, it'll just
it's all about confidence, especially on the sections we've got. A lot of them are confidence sections, aren't they? You've got to stand on it.
Aye, no, and I must have even, we came down last year and absolutely loved it. It was cracking, and Margaret, that was, even all the years I went round with you and Sam, Margaret never ever seen a world round, and last year was the first time she's seen a world round, and she's desperate to come back down. But I said that, and I've said all year, I didn't think you would have to change your sections that much for the non-stop rule, because they were wide enough to turn in, and they've all got the technique of hopping and turning and moving forward at the same time, haven't they?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's good that she wants to come down. The girlfriends and wives, they want to come down and watch as well, because it's so easy to watch them.
I know, it's a great venue for it. Cracking. No, well, we're down on Thursday, so to see the practice. And
we've got a slip and slide as well. Are you going to have a go on that?
Well, at my age, Graham, I've got to watch what I'm doing. It's no good for the back, is it? I'm not as young and fit as you.
All right, cheers, Sandy. Thanks for that.
All right, no, thanks very much, and all the best.
See you up there.
Hope it goes well, and I'll see you up there, mate.
Okay, so I've brought my friend onto the show tonight. She's a lovely 2-year-old Cocker Spaniel by the name of Millie. She's a keen trials fan, and she's going to be at Nordview for the weekend watching the action. Just let her go out the way. So next on the line we've got James Dabill, who's been riding at Cown Quarry today. So John and Graham are just going to ask a few questions about how his season's going, and hopefully James will ask a few questions about the course and what's changed there.
So, well, I'd like to ask the question about like the observing in the previous rounds. How's it gone?
Yeah. Bit hit and miss, really. It started off, we were all a bit nervous in Japan because we didn't know what the observers were going to be like. But they're actually not too bad in Japan.
Yeah.
A little bit too lenient in America. Really strict in Spain. Not too bad in Italy, and then Czech Republic they went a bit lenient again. So it's a bit hit and miss, really.
I suppose the main thing is they're like consistent, really.
Yeah, that's the biggest problem for the riders, because obviously we're not just having to suss out the sections, we're having to suss out what the observers are doing and how strict they are or how lenient they are. But it can change quite a lot, like from section to section as well.
Yeah, as long as they stick to the same for every rider, I suppose that's the main thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, as long as they do the same for every rider, yeah, it don't really matter. But you know, we just need a bit more consistency more than out, really.
How do you think it should be? Like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, like, or a bit stricter? How do you prefer it?
I think it depends on the sections, really. I think an observer needs to kind of get to his section, have a look at the section, and decide if it's kind of maybe a little bit too hard for non-stop. Just be a little bit lenient and let you have a pause. Or, you know, say, well, it's quite an easy one, so if they do stop it as a fiver. It's an hard rule to observe. You know, it's not an easy one, so, well, yeah, at the end of the day, it's their decision, isn't it, you know, what they want to do, so.
Has there still been a lot of big steps in that, innit?
Yeah, there's been some hard sections, I think. You know, going back to round by round, I think Japan were really good. I think it was quite a good level for everybody. America were quite a nice trial on the Saturday, and then they changed some and made them a little bit too hard on the Sunday, which put the observers into a bit of a predicament, because obviously it made it a lot harder to observe. And then your rounds, Spain, and I think Spain we had 3 sections that nobody got out of. Because they were too hard, really, for non-stop. Yeah. And we had a similar sort of going on in Italy, but Czech were back to being like, it were quite hard with some big stuff in, but everything were doable. So, you know, it's hard to get a balance between everything, I guess. You know, hopefully on the day, if I'm riding well enough, then hopefully I'll get another podium.
Do the riders like the no-stop rule then?
I don't think there's one rider that likes it. Maybe Adam, because he's had four wins this year. But no, it's every rider I've spoken to, everybody wants it to go back to stop. But I think we're just going to have to kind of ride the wave, as I say, and just see what happens at all. I don't know how long it's in for, where it's going to go. But as far as I'm aware, all the riders want it to go back to stop rules.
They're also the FIM. They're also trying to stretch the length of the course, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, I quite like, you know, the closer ones. I think it's better for spectators. The spectators understand what's going on because they can watch every section. You know, landlord view. I think it's a brilliant venue for the spectators to kind of follow the trial, and we need to make it a bit more spectator friendly, I think, and that's kind of the way it needs to go. I think your big courses, fantastic ride out, you know what I mean? You see some like fantastic places and some brilliant sections, but the problem is when it's that long, you end up going to a group of sections where there's nobody watching. Me personally, from a rider spectator view, it's hard to kind of motivate yourself to kind of have a good ride on that section, knowing that nobody's there to kind of have a cheer and cheer you on and kind of build your confidence up. So I do prefer the smaller lap circuits.
Yeah, that's it. The top riders only come like once a year for the world round, don't they? So they want to see as much as they can.
Yeah, I mean, you know, for your paying customers, I think it's a good thing that they get to watch a lot of riding. You know, I think they'd be pretty keyed off if they kind of went up to Nordview and you had a 14-mile loop where they'd only see 6 sections a lap. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it.
It's nice to kind of have a brilliant area to be able to cater for the public really, and also the trials.
The crowd should be cheering you for every section up there, shouldn't they?
Yeah, hopefully.
Do you think that? Do you think that helped you? Did that help you last year?
Yeah, definitely. I think towards the end, especially when the kind of half knew that I was close to a podium, that they kind of up the game a little bit as well and cheered me on even more. It does give you a massive buzz as a rider on home ground.
Very good. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, cheers for talking
No problem.
to us.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Cheers, Tipsy.
Yeah, thanks for the call.
Catch you
I'll
later.
see you up there
We'll
at
see.
weekend.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
See ya.
Alright,
Hopefully,
cheers, guys.
hopefully you'll be having that lovely Moet champagne.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's got your name
I
on
need
it,
another
sir.
bottle to match me over.
It's got your name on it.
Okay, so the next guy we're going to call up tonight is Ben Ely, and when he's not hanging out in the Sugar Hut in Essex, he's the South's leading purveyor of electric eels.
Right, first question is, can you get tickets on the gate?
Of course you can. Tickets are fully available all the days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Just come and turn up and just pay your money, come on and watch a great day sport.
Yep, lovely. What's the viewing of the sections like?
It's it's got to be the best. The riders said it themselves. It's the best viewing area out of all the rounds in the year. Like it's something that's never been seen in the UK, I don't think, to see so many sections. And at the end of the day, it only happens like once a year, doesn't it? So they want to see the riders as much as they can. We've only got 12 sections this year as well, and they'll be doing them 3 laps. So they should see more riding as well.
More action.
I think what you can say about this trial is it's the closest thing to an indoor trial outdoors, because it's that good at viewing.
Yeah, lovely. What's the car parking like?
Car parking's absolutely mega. It's a massive grass field that even if it rains you don't get stuck in it. Last year the weather wasn't the best, but everybody drove off the field, didn't they, Graham?
That's it.
And it's
How?
sorry.
Go on.
No, it's okay. Go.
How far is the car park to the section?
It's about 500 metres from the car park up to the top of the sections, and then all the sections are grouped within 1,000 metres. We've also got a bus running up and down to give anyone that doesn't want to walk up the hill a lift up.
No, right, okay. What other attractions have you got, and what sort of toilet facilities, etc. have you got there?
Well, plenty of toilets. We've got there's bars, disco on an evening if you're camping. We've got pre-65 bikes on displays, haven't we? What else have we got?
Slip and slide.
We've got a slip and slide for those that are brave and want to get some broken bones. Oh jeez, I'm trying to think. Bouncy Castle, youth trials. Yeah, tons, and a whole trade village, haven't we? We've got all the importers there with their bikes, wears and tears, and
We've got the Osset trial, haven't we?
yeah, we've got the Osset trial. Yeah.
Just explain to
Oh,
me what
that's
the
it.
Osset trial is.
The Osset trial is an electric trial for riders from 4 years to 7 or 8 years, isn't it, Graham?
Well, a bit older, I think. They do a bigger model, don't they, as well?
Right, I'm not as clued up on the model.
Well, no, they do a 20 inch now.
20 inches.
Yeah, 20 inches.
That's a big machine.
Yeah, it's a good machine to ride on.
Yeah, so we've got some man-made sections for the electric trial down near the car parking, so it should be a good bit of fun on an evening.
Oh, good. Will there be any beer sliding in the beer tent?
Are you a pro table slider?
I'd like to think so.
Have you done any?
I learned from the best. I learned from Mickey Lonsdale, so I should be the best.
Yeah, I think we should put an official table sliding competition in.
I think actually it's been settled that it's going to be a slip and slide
Ah, all right, mate.
due to people falling off the tables.
Health and safety. They did a risk assessment and they said that no to the table sliding, but slip and slides go okay.
What day are you planning on coming up to Nordview?
I'm hoping to come up on Friday.
Yeah, that's cool. Listen, if you want to bring a fine display of electric eels, feel free.
Will do.
Graham's busy at the moment trying to get a water section, and what a better thing than a few electric eels swimming around in the bottom of it.
Yeah, it would be good. All right.
All right, well, we'll
you
see you.
done?
Yeah, we'll see you next week then.
Yeah, see you next weekend. Nice
All right,
one.
cool.
See you later,
Cheers,
then.
Ben. See you later.
See you later. No
All
worries. See you later, boys. Ta.
Okay, so that's officially the end of the call-in show tonight. I hope everybody that's called in and everyone that's been watching the show has got a little bit of information about what's going to be happening at Penrith World Trial 2013. So get your air horns, get your cowbells, and let's cheer on our British riders and get them onto that podium. Everything's available now on the gate, from your camping to your ticket sales. So I want to see you there on the day. Right, ready? That's it. Okay, so I brought my friend onto the show tonight, and she's a lovely 9-year-old Staffordshire Bull Terrier. She goes by the name of Jess. Staffordshire Bull Terriers are a bit like a book. You don't want to judge them just by their cover. It's all about how they've been raised.
Full moon is rising, like a John